Okay, when you think about strength, what comes to mind? Probably lifting heavy weights, right? But what if I told you that strength is actually one of the biggest secrets to how long and how well you're going to live? The science here is just, it's incredible. Let's get into it.
I mean, it sounds a little crazy, doesn't it? Could your grip, the strength of your hand, actually predict your lifespan? Seriously, think about that for a second. How could that even be possible? Well, believe it or not, the answer is a huge yes. There's a mountain of research showing this powerful link. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to break down exactly why your strength is so important for your overall health. All right, so let's zoom out and look at the big picture. Think of strength as your own personal longevity secret. And trust me, it goes way deeper than just how you look. So how in the world do strong muscles pull all this off? Well, for starters, they're like these little metabolic engines. They help keep your blood sugar and blood pressure in check, which is huge. They even help burn away that dangerous visceral fat, the stuff that wraps around your organs. And get this, when you work your muscles, they release these chemicals that are fantastic for your brain. We're talking better memory, better focus, and it juices up your immune system. It's not just one thing, it's a total body upgrade. Okay, so this is a really important point. It's not just about having big, bulky muscles. It's about having muscles that are high quality, that are efficient. So let's dig into this idea, this difference between muscle quality and just plain old muscle mass.
So when we say muscle quality, what are we even talking about? Well, you can think of it like this. It's the overall health of your muscle tissue. It's about how good your muscles are at their job, on a deep cellular level. How well do they use energy? How sensitive are they to insulin? How much do they help fight inflammation? That's quality.
And this really breaks it down perfectly. On one hand, you've got muscle mass. That's pretty straightforward, right? It's just the size, the volume. But on the other hand, you have muscle quality. That's all about efficiency, metabolic health, and keeping inflammation down. And here's the kicker. You can have a lot of mass that just isn't very healthy. It's the quality that really, truly moves the needle for your health in the long run.
And this is it. This is the main takeaway. If you're thinking about longevity, about preventing disease, about just having more energy, focusing on the health and function of your muscles is so much more important than just chasing size.
Now, this whole idea of muscle quality, it becomes absolutely critical when we talk about women's health specifically. There are these key moments in a woman's life where this stuff goes from nice to have to absolutely non-negotiable. And this timeline right here is so important to understand. Right around age 35, things start to shift. Women start to lose their fast-twitch muscle fibers. Now, these are your power fibers. They're for speed, for energy. Then you hit perimenopause, and the drop in estrogen just hits the accelerator on both muscle and bone loss. This is why it's such a critical time to act. So, okay, how does strength training actually fight back against all this? Well, one of the coolest ways is through something called myokines. When you work your muscles, they release these awesome little proteins. Think of them like messengers that travel all over your body, telling it to lower inflammation and even fight off infections. It's a huge reason why exercise is just so dang good for your immune system. Okay, so we get the why now, right? Strength is a huge deal. So let's switch gears and talk about the how. What does a really effective strength training plan actually look like? Let's lay out a blueprint.
So take a look at the different goals here. For women, a big focus is firing up those fast twitch fibers we just talked about. That's why something like sprint interval training is so powerful. For men, the goal might be more about fighting off that general muscle loss and keeping blood glucose stable, so moderate intensity cardio can be a great pairing with their lifting. But notice the foundation for both: consistent strength training, 2 to 3 times a week. That's the cornerstone. And you gotta remember, what you do in the gym, that's just one piece of the puzzle. To really build and keep that high-quality muscle, you need all 4 of these pillars working together. You need a smart training plan, for sure, but you also need the right food to fuel your body. You need quality sleep for recovery. That's when the magic happens. And of course, active recovery, like staying hydrated and light movement. All of it is absolutely essential.
When you think about it, the person you're going to be in the future, you're literally building that person today with every choice you make. And building strength isn't just about how you look, not at all. It's a direct investment in your future self, in your future health, your future energy. So the only question really is, what kind of future are you going to choose to build?